G'day everyone, welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to be exposing Lakemba, one of the biggest Muslim areas in Sydney. And not only Lakemba, but Lakemba's no-go zones. Where are areas you cannot go in, especially as a woman not in a burqa, and question Islamic faith. This video was shocking. Get ready for it. This is the area that Albanese just went to and got attacked and had to get escorted out by police because the locals were so violent towards him.
We never get quiet like
protecting him. Why are you protecting him? Get rid, dog. Get out of here, mate. Get out of here. What are you going to do?
Not to mention, this is the area where reports say 1 in every 13 people is an NDIS provider. So does that mean the other 12 people are on NDIS?
So just in Lakemba alone, which is right next to Bankstown, there's 1,300 NDIS providers. And that means 1 in 13 people are currently running one. Think about how crazy that is. That to me is a potential misuse of our taxpayer dollars.
1 in 13 people are on NDIS, or running an NDIS business, I should say, in Lakemba. How is that even possible? How is this happening? This is one of the fraud capitals of Australia, where people have come in, they've chosen not to assimilate, and they've created their own places, their own suburbs, and apparently now it's getting so bad it's like Sharia law over there, where the police will stop you questioning Islamic faith in Australia. So this video is going to be wild. If you're watching, first time viewer, make sure you like, subscribe, join to be a member if you want to support the channel. YouTube may suppress this video because it is a hot topic and Albo may arrest me. But guess what? We're going to speak up because we have every right to question faith and radicals in our country that don't want to assimilate and be Australian. So let's get into this video and see Lauren here. I'll leave her channel down below, but she went to Lakemba a few years ago. And this is how bad it was already. And this is before the speech laws. So she probably would have been arrested by now. But let's check this out.
I'm headed to an area called Lakemba in Sydney, Australia. And it's supposed to be a very high Muslim population area, kind of like Markslow or Molenbeek in Europe. I think that in Australia, the no-go zone areas wouldn't be as bad as Europe just because they've got less mass immigration. But I've heard some pretty bizarre stories about riots, about attacks, kind of grooming gangs in Lakemba as well. So I want to see what's actually going on there. Is this actually a no-go zone? Or is it integrating perfectly? The only way I get to know these things is if I go on the ground and check it out. So let's see what we find out in Lakemba.
Isn't it crazy that a lot of places in Australia and in Europe, if they have too much mass immigration, they are no-go zones for the locals because it's too dangerous. How is that happening? How is that allowed in your country? No wonder a lot of other countries don't want to take a lot of these radicals into their country.
Lakemba. As soon as we arrive...
And quick disclaimer before Albo knocks at my door trying to arrest me, I'm talking about the radical Islamic extremists in these communities. That's it.
In Lakemba, things were tense. There were heads turning, people coming out of shops to look at us and find out what we were doing. Men started yelling in Arabic across the street at us. I hadn't even been in Lakemba 10 minutes before someone had tipped off the media and they came running to combat me and tell me this was a perfectly safe area and I had nothing and no reason to be there. Almost immediately, the media story was proven to be wrong. As we went to go for a walk to the local mosque, a very high-ranked police officer came up to me and begged with me, do not go there.
How can the police go up to you and try to stop you going to a mosque in Lakemba? This is probably where Albo was chased out of. It's crazy.
Where's the
Southern, is it?
Speaking.
Inspector Rick Ages from Campsie Police.
Yep.
I've been informed that you're intending to attending the Lakemba Mosque, is that correct?
I actually have no intentions of attending. I was just planning on walking through the streets and seeing how the culture was here.
Yes?
Yep.
Are you satisfied with that?
Yep.
So where do you intend on walking to now?
I was just going to walk out and check how the...
This is Australia, mate. This isn't Sharia law. She can walk wherever she wants. How is this happening in Australia where you can't walk down the streets in Lakemba without the police stopping you because you want to question things?
mosque was.
Check where the mosque was?
Yeah. Would I not be allowed to attend if I wanted to?
I've got grave concerns that you may cause an imminent breach of the peace down there, so I'm asking you not to attend.
Why would I cause a breach of the peace?
Because it's highly religious down there.
Because it's highly religious down there, a white woman, not in a burqa, cannot go down there. How are we paying the police to do this in areas like this in Australia? I can't believe this is happening in Australia. It's only gotten worse since this video. But because it's highly religious, what, a woman can't walk down the street in a singlet, question people with a microphone. Otherwise, you know, whoa, over there they'll probably behead you in a lot of them extremist countries. So how is this even allowed? I can't believe this is happening in Australia. Comment down below if you thought it was this bad. If you knew it was this bad, or if this shocked you, please comment down below, because I had no idea that we literally had no-go zones in Australia where, because you'll upset people's religious faith, you cannot question it and you cannot go down there because you don't fit in with them. This is Australia. You should have every right to go where you want, but apparently not. We're paying with our taxpayer money the police to stop people like this.
So would it be me causing a breach of the peace, or would it be the people there?
Well, your presence may cause them to be, you know, be offensive and be objective.
So what are they going to do? I think that's the most scary part. Is this police officer protecting her, or is he just trying not to expose how radical they are? Like, what is his goal here?
To your attending there.
And so that would be them being offended by me.
Can you not interview me? The local community walk around here without any fear. I walk around here without any fear.
Right, but I'm a critic of Islam.
Yes.
So I can't be in this
So you have to walk around with fear, probably.
culture, because my culture is allowed to have free speech and criticizes
I understand
Islam.
you have your own beliefs and you're allowed to have your own beliefs. I have no.
She has Australian beliefs. Freedom of speech. Our own culture of freedom, not suppression. Be able to walk down any street we want. That's Australia. That's what you're meant to come here to do.
Issue with that. I'm asking you not to attend down there because I have a fear that you may cause an imminent breach of the peace. In doing so, you may commit an offence.
Am I allowed to walk through the area?
I'm asking you not to go down the Haldon Street. You're
asking me, but do I have the legal right to walk down this area?
At this point in time, no.
I know you're walking away, but I would like to do some interviews. Would I be allowed to do interviews?
No, you're not welcome in there.
No, I'm not. No, just to do interviews on the street. Am I allowed to?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm asking you not to.
Would I be allowed? Okay, no cameras, nothing. Would I be allowed to talk to people and criticize Islam?
No.
Why?
Because I'm telling you, no. You're committing an offence. Why do you need to do it here?
Because this is a highly Islamic area.
What questions do you intend asking?
Could I not talk to people and criticize Islam?
Question? Why do you want to? Why do you want to criticise Islam? Like I said, if you're inside, I have fear that you're...
The point is, she can go and ask anyone what she wants in public areas. She's obviously a respectful reporter. If someone doesn't want to talk, she's not going to force them. But you cannot criticise Islam, especially in Australia. And we know that. That's why these speech laws come in.
You're going to cause a breach of the peace?
No, you fear people will be offended by me.
No, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
And you're committing a breach of the peace. I've given you that warning.
Peace.
And if you
she hasn't even done anything yet. You can't say she's breaching the peace when she hasn't done anything.
Do that, you may be breaking the law. Do you understand that?
Yep, I understand it. I perfectly understand. As far as I'm concerned, you have Sharia law here. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah, we'll go to jail if we talk to people. Mm-hmm. As far as I'm concerned, they have Sharia law here. I was told if I talk to people, even if I put all my cameras away, I can't criticize Islam to people here on a public street in Australia, in Sydney. Don't tell me you don't have no-go zones. Don't tell me this is a multicultural country. Lakemba is a monoculture, and it is one that does not allow critique of Islam. It is one that does not allow free speech because it is conquered land.
That is insane, and thank you for exposing that. Just going down there trying to talk to people, you cannot say anything against Islam, and you know, that police officer was probably saving her, to be honest, with what we've seen after what happened to Albo. And how crazy is it? These people at Lakemba Market said, Pauline Hanson, come down. We're friendly, we're not all terrorists.
Offering the One Nation leader a walk in his shoes.
Come down, see what we do every day. Everyone will welcome you. We're not as nasty as people think we are. We're not all terrorists.
And then this happened to Albo. How could you say it's safe for Pauline Hanson if they're doing that to Albo, who's the biggest Palestine lover there is? And these people are so extreme, a lot of these people, that they want women in burqas, they want Sharia law, and they want us to go and attack Israel, which we have nothing to do with. I'm not picking a side. I just don't want to be involved in a shit war overseas that we have nothing to do with, that they want to bring to our shores for 2.5 years, been protesting and trying to implement it into our country. So it's gone on far enough. This is insane. This just exposes so much. We're going to keep exposing everything. Keep speaking up for Australian values and culture, because that's what you're meant to come here to do. Be Australian. You're not meant to come here and go, oh, we're going to make our own area and you can't criticize our religion or anything, and, you'll probably get arrested or attacked if you do it. That's not Australia. We have every right to do what we want and say what we want. This isn't a third world country where we have Sharia law. This is fucking ridiculous. Anyway, make sure you like, comment down below, join to be a member to support the channel and get more messages like this out there. And thank you so much for joining. It's been a great video. We exposed a lot. There's more NDIS fraud coming up about Lakemba. Get ready for it. Click on a video you see here now on screen and keep checking out some stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.